Oh, we're live. Bam.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
just popped up.
yeah, no, we're good,
We're
man.
live.
We're live. So, how you been?
Cool.
Oh, there we go. Are you
Good,
good?
buddy. Just
Yeah.
busy. Super, super busy with everything. Just
You,
work and summer and
you train?
training and
Yeah, I see
gearing
your
up for
videos.
the match. Yeah, yeah,
I'm in training too. I'm hardcore right now, buddy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Are you pulling next weekend too?
No, no, well, you know what? I could have. I might enter the Masters or something, but I'm taking it kind
Yeah.
of easy because I'm really taking this Chuck guy serious. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah, that's a big match.
after my big letdown at provincials, I'm kind of really training hard. So, but
Yeah,
that was
good.
just a combination of shit, reffing and
Yeah.
trying to take supplements, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I cut out the supplements. Yeah, good for
Yeah.
pumps in the gym, but not good on the
Yeah.
table.
It's, no, God, no. You know what? I made a mistake at provincials too. I didn't eat really that day. Like had a big breakfast, and then I was just eating like candy bars.
Oh yeah, so
So
your
then by the
short
time
burst.
that the match came, I had so much salt and sugar in my system for
Yeah,
the
okay.
tournament that my first couple of matches, especially left when I was slipping and strapping, blowing up so bad. So I was like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but it's just you got a million things going through your head, right?
Oh,
And you're just so next weekend I know I've got it kind of dialed in a lot better. Um,
yeah,
so I'm just gonna go because normally when I eat, like I'm doing third of a cup of oats in the morning with a tablespoon chia seeds, tablespoon honey, half cup milk, and then I do two raw eggs and a cup of egg whites, and I get like no pump off that. It's just good
yeah.
sustainable energy throughout the day, which is what I need to be doing for next weekend too. So especially if I'm going to do super match and then I'm going to pull the tourney too. So
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Well, see, I provincials, my buddy Dale's like, oh, he didn't tell me to now, mind you, he didn't tell me to compete with it, but I was lacking energy, right? And he goes,
yeah,
vitamin B100, man, I take it all the time. It just helps me. I'm like, okay. So I took two ultra strength B100s, and it does help you with energy, but it also triples your red blood cell count. So I
yeah,
didn't
not
know.
not great.
No, no, my first opponent, I flashed him. I didn't even feel him. I just buried him into the pad, and then my hand just exploded.
Yeah,
I thought I had allergic reaction. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then I had no hand after that. So like basically I was just
yeah,
pulling with my arm. Yeah, because I couldn't even
yeah,
reach my thumb. I couldn't even touch my thumb. That's how blown I have a fat thumb anyway, but I couldn't even touch it.
yeah.
So yeah, but it was a lesson learned anyway.
Yeah, it's never a good idea to try something for the first time
Yeah,
on
yeah,
competition. I remember Chance Shaw saying that one East versus West where he shoved his arm into a bucket of ice
yeah.
after his first round, and it just like not realizing that it vasodilates you extremely, and it blew his arm up, and he was like, "Well, fuck, I never done that before." So it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
you never want to try something for the first time in competition, but live and
no.
learn though. We all do it.
Oh yeah, like I try to get an edge and then backfire. Plus, I was actually happy I was reffing provincials because that was a bucket list. I wanted to ref provincials because it's a good one to get under your belt as a ref, right?
Yeah,
So, but I also want
yeah,
like
yeah,
to eat too, right? So I think I'm
yeah,
backing off the refing a little bit. Like I'll ref for my
yeah,
friends, but it's like I'm an arm wrestler first, like I
yeah, yeah,
started refing just to help out. But now it's
yeah,
turning into every event I got a ref, right? So it's like
yeah,
it's pretty tough. It's tough to be in that mind space where you're refing and then all of a sudden try to turn it on and arm wrestle. It's just yeah,
yeah,
it's just not good. I don't really
yeah,
recommend it at all.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So what do
So,
you Oh yeah, okay, go
so
on.
I was gonna say, so for next weekend, so what do we got? So I was talking to Ronnie a bit. So
Yeah.
we there's six guys coming from Uzbekistan.
I think it's 10. I thought
Oh,
it
it's
was
10 now. Okay,
yeah, something like, but only
because then
three
Kittel.
wanted matches. Only three of them wanted matches. The other ones want to compete in the
Oh,
event. Yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Because
That
yeah,
threw
when I
me
was
for a
talking to him,
loop. Yeah.
yeah, I thought everybody was doing super matches.
I thought so too until like a week ago. And then it was tough because all of a sudden I had certain guys that could pull, and the weights are really hard, right? Like I can't, it's hard to fill the lighter weights. Like we're trying to get I sent
Yeah.
out a couple last minute replies. I thought I might have had Mason, but and then he just fluffs me and doesn't answer many of my messages. So I can't rely on him pulling. So I
Oh,
messaged a bunch of people and I'm trying to get a last minute guy. There's only one match to fill it for the Ubekis. So then there
and
was
what
a
weight
couple other
class?
ones. 80 kg, 80 to 85 kg. He's good anywhere in there.
So do we got? Oh, okay, because yeah, when I was talking to Ronnie, it sounded like it was Ali, Victor, Eugene, Mason, and me. He had
That's what
matches for.
that's we all thought well, I thought something like that. But now it turned out to only the three.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Ali, I think his left is injured right now. So this Uzbekistani guy that's 80 kg or 85, I don't know, it's somewhere in there, but he wants to pull left.
Yeah.
And it's like not a lot of guys are good on their left.
Oh,
So yeah.
at 80, 85 kg, so 175. What about T-Bach? Or what about? Oh, well,
I
I was gonna
asked
say you
T-Bach. I'm
should re.
waiting on a reply. Yeah. Yeah.
Or what about some of the Red Deer guys? Like is Ty? Is he still hurt?
Yeah, he's like a 198 guy now, I think. So
Yeah, but whatever. Those guys, like if you need a match, if they'd be willing to pull up,
yeah, he's hurt really bad on one
I guess.
arm. I know that. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
couldn't
the
remember if
left
it's his right
arm.
or left.
I think it's the
Shit.
left. I
So
think
who else do we got at those lighter weights? I'm kind of think top guys. You got T.
um,
What about the Leach brothers? What about either of the Leach
yeah, we
brothers?
asked. We reached out and they couldn't. Yeah. And then
Shit.
Eugene's like up in like I don't know, right? Ronnie's been dealing with that end of things, right? Because he knows them better. Well, he
Yeah.
speaks the language too, so it helps. Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
great to get a message from Mason and say
Well.
and him just commit to it. I mean, it's a good opportunity too, right? Even though I know he's doing big things, it's just this is like these guys are like national and
Yeah.
world
Yeah.
champions, right? So it's like it's
Yeah.
one of those things. I thought like I really thought people would be jumping at the opportunity. Like it's kind of amazing, you know. I'm trying to
Well,
get
that's what.
matches, and then
That's kind
everybody
of what
says
I
not
thought.
enough.
That's when it initially.
Hmm.
Yeah, when it initially kind of came the opportunity, I was like, because Ronnie's like, would you be interested? Like in February, he asked me, he was
Yeah,
like, would you be interested if we bring these guys over the summer in a match? And I was like, well, for sure.
you jumped right
Like
on
just
it.
other experience and whatever. If I
Yeah.
take a lick and I take a lick and it's not my first time, like it's,
Well, you're
you
getting
know,
pretty good at defense too,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like
It's
that
just the
was looking pretty
experience, right? You
good.
never know. Like it's not,
Yeah.
my super match history isn't great. Like I've been in the sport for 3 years and I've pulled Dalton Houghton, I lost 3-2. Dusty Houghton, I lost 3-0. Caleb, I lost 3-0. Then I beat Joel Hansen, left 3-0. He beat me right 3-2. And then my super match after that, I guess my next super match would
Mark.
have been Mark Harrison, which
Yeah.
yeah, he fucking
That
ran
was a
through
tall
me. So
task.
it's
That was a, but you did pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't that
I
bad.
I stopped him once, but it still wasn't
But
right. So
he's you know what? I'd like to see more of Mark. I don't know why. It'd be nice to see him pull more because he's pretty high
yeah,
level. Yeah.
yeah, super high level,
Yeah,
super high
like
level.
he
It'd be
could
nice to see
definitely.
another guy I'd like to see out more too is Caleb.
Yeah, tell me about it. He actually he tried to have a match. So he made a call out to and it's not the guy didn't refuse or nothing. He called out Sean Crowther. And and Sean would do it, but he can't commit. The way his work works, he's like he gets called, he's
Yeah.
got to fly to a rig, right? So he said
Well,
that he would do it. At
and
last
the
minute, if those two want it, we'll do it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah. So these your Uzbekistan guys, so they're all pulling tourney then.
Yeah, which surprised the crap. I thought they were all coming for super matches, but it ended up not being that.
That's
Yeah,
yeah, okay. Well,
yeah.
it's
So
gonna
it's
be.
just
I'm gonna
three.
try to get some more guys from. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get. But there's 10 coming total.
There's yeah, that was the list was 10 originally that I seen. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I think they wanted to. I think some of them are tournament pullers. They don't really do super matches. So
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
So
See,
they're
I like super
fast.
matches more myself. I love super matches.
I I pref- I prefer them all day, just
Yeah,
sitting around and waiting on tournaments and
yeah,
getting flash pinned or flash pinning. Right,
yeah,
super
yeah,
matches are a lot nicer, and it gives the fans a lot more to watch too on a super match.
yeah. It does. It does. Um,
So
well,
so
at least
other
we
than
both.
just yours, Beck, other, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, you were choppy there for a second. No, what were you saying, Travis?
Oh, other than just the yours, Becky's, do we have other super matches too?
Well, there was other ones that were getting lined up, and a couple of them now have kind of crumbled. Yeah, I thought maybe the
Oh,
Caleb
okay.
versus Sean Crowther. And then
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was about 5 or 6 guys that constantly put out challenges, but no one would accept. So it's like it really
Mm,
it sucks too because the weights never weren't lining up. So it's like I could have put some of them together, right? But it was like
yeah.
Zach
Is
from
there
Red Deer Club wants one really bad. Yeah.
Mon, is that Zach
Yeah.
Monroe?
Yeah, the guy, yeah, part of the pot. He can't, he's working tonight. That's why he couldn't be on tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his weight? He's a 160 guy, like
Um
70 kg.
he's he's weighing honey, you can bring it down to me. Sorry guys, I got food delivery. He's light. He's like 148 pounds. Or maybe
Okay.
145.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 65 kg or something.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. He's a small guy, but he's strong. Strong as nails, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
He,
wondering, do you know if my match is my match just right arm or am I pulling right and left?
I believe just one arm. I believe it might be right and left though.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I'm just pulling that guy right, and if somebody else wants to pull me left,
Yeah,
I'll pull.
yeah. That's the
If there's
spirit.
another two, if
That's
there's
the
another
spirit.
242 guy, or
Well, you know what? I'm a big, huge guy. I
it,
mean,
it really, it really, it really doesn't, it really doesn't matter. I'll pull
yeah.
whoever, but
Well, yeah. See, you know what really shocks me is because I mean, a lot of guys keep saying we got to have super matches. We're not getting the opportunities here, right? And we really want to set up like 6 events a year where it's just like 20 super matches. But right
yeah,
now,
that'd be awesome.
I know, but it seems like when it's time to, you know what I mean? It's just like we need people
Yeah,
stepping up, right? We got a platform. We
yeah,
got a
that's we.
really good platform. So,
Yeah, yeah, like we'll still plan on doing ours too, December. Like that was we
mm,
did our second one last year, and it was a huge hit. But
yeah,
again, yeah, it's lining up matches isn't an easy thing, right? Because just so many people can't commit, or then you get people that just flake out.
yeah,
That happens too. So I think having incentives helps too. Like that one
yeah,
that we did, I made sure like even if you lost, you still walked away
yeah,
with something, right? I think we were paying. I think losers had $55 an arm
yeah,
you walked away with, right? Winners, I think we were up to like 170 an arm plus a trophy, and
yeah,
then match of the days got an extra, $50 gift card. So yeah, I think that incentivized people too once they knew that there was something. And I mean, and we'll
yeah.
continue to do that this year too, right?
Well,
So
and no, and listen, there's prizes. Like we just didn't announce
yeah,
them because we were waiting on the sponsor, right? So,
mm-hmm.
the super matches will have some kind of cash payout. And then we're going to see what the sponsor. Actually, you helped out there because we got the brew
Yep,
house now as a proud sponsor of our Armfinity. So
yep,
I appreciate that.
yeah, that's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you betcha, buddy.
yeah. So like, and they've come in huge. Like they're gun ho over this arm wrestling thing. Like gun ho.
Yeah, well, that was that event we hosted in town here,
Mm.
and the whole thing was pretty funny because like my buddy Cord, who owns the brew house in Lloyd, and we were hosting it there, and he was like, "Yeah, I think it's funny," and he goes, "Oh, you might get like 50 people in here," and I was like, "No, I think we're gonna like we'll have a lot of people in here," and yeah, sure as shit, they broke records for a Saturday afternoon
Yeah,
in Brewhouse because
exactly.
we packed the whole place, right? And we,
Yeah,
we we lit it up. So after that, he was like, "Holy shit, man! Like I had no idea there was that much like of a
interest.
following. Plus, you get so many new eyes on the sport
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything." So then, yeah, Russ there, the VP of promotion or whatever, he reached out and he goes, "Would you be willing to set these up at brew houses all across Alberta?" And I said, "Well, like I personally don't have the time," I said, "but I can definitely let the boys know to
and you did,
to reach out." So then, yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah,
did.
that's good.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking with Rob uh Garraway is the guy that Russ or whoever sent us to. He's
Oh,
what is
okay.
he? He's a managing partner, so basically he just helps with the managing. But
Yeah,
yeah, they're interested. They asked if we'd be willing to do it like all over Alberta and maybe even
yeah,
outside
yeah,
Alberta. Yeah, even outside of Alberta.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
and yeah, we're looking at Friday night bar brawl at the brew house is what it's going to be called.
Cool.
It's going to be a bar league.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it should be great. Like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's all
And it's
thanks to
awesome for
you.
them too, because then
Yeah,
everybody sits around afterwards and can after pull and drink beer and
yeah,
like whatever.
exactly.
It's arm wrestling, man. I
Yeah.
know they were worried because sometimes in some bars arm wrestling's banned because it incites fights or whatever. But
Oh,
I think once they recognized that it was actually sport, like we
yeah,
have tables, we have officials,
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff,
Certified refs.
that
Yeah.
really let a lot of people know like it's not just we're not just bar arm wrestling, which I'm sure you and I have both done a lot in our days. So
Well, yeah. Well, I'm done with that crap.
yeah, yeah, I'm still good for about one or two a month.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe, could come out of me.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
old
yeah,
age. Yeah, yeah. Getting
yeah,
old though, Yeah, yeah.
yeah. We
So
all are.
how are you feeling though? Physically good?
Feel good. Yeah, yeah. I feel really good. So it's funny because now like I hired Eugene as a trainer a
Yeah.
few months back, so I'm running his program. And from going, I was training 10 times a week, and
Like
it
me
was
overtrained.
okay in so yeah, completely overtrained. And then when I came into Calgary and I cut weight, I was overtrained, and I didn't feel like myself. Like my weights were all down, and I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out what the fuck. And it was just complete overtraining, injuries too, training
Yeah.
through injuries, and not noticing. And it's so funny.
Oh,
Arm
that's
wrestling is just if you have one little thing out inside your forearm or your brac or anything or a
yeah.
tendonitis that you don't even recognize, you're down to 70% strength, right?
Yep.
Then take a
Yep.
bad hit and you're down to 30% strength. So
Yep.
it's so funny. So yeah, I was just when I came to Calgary in February, I was fucking pretty beat up going in, and
I was at the
not taken
qualifier,
away
right?
from
Yeah.
not taken away from any of the other guys there. Like everybody was fucking strong as shit too. But when I came to provincials, I felt a lot better, cutting my training down to 3 times a week. But it's still weird for me from a guy that I've always trained so much
Hmm.
to dial it back is still weird. So it fucks with my psyche going like, am I getting weaker? So then
Yeah.
every couple of weeks I'll do a strength check and I'm fucking up 5%
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So that was
I'm seeing some of your lifts. They're
was it
looking
yesterday or
impressive.
the day before? I did a strength check just on my pins on the fat grip handle.
Yeah. Is that the video you
Yeah,
posted?
and then
Because that was
Victor
that
told
looked
me
easy.
about the 100 pins a day. Just do 100 pins a day, like a shadow, 100 pins a day.
Yeah. That's what Matt's
Yeah, well,
posted.
that one is yeah. I had 110 pounds on the fat grip handle for 19 reps. But Victor was telling me just do the pins a day, like 100 reps of just pinning on the
Yeah.
table
Yeah, yeah. Just
without
well, that way you program
any
it.
weight or anything. And I
Yeah.
started doing that, and it's changed my positioning. And
Hmm. Oh, I think you're cutting out, brother. Give you a second. See if you come back.
did you lose me?
Yeah, we lost you for a second. It's okay. Yeah. You were
Okay,
talking
we're
about the what Victor was saying? Just
oh
pin.
yeah, just a
Yeah.
hundred reps a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I do
that
the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna switch off. I'm in my driveway right now because I bought a new phone
Oh,
and it wasn't
okay.
charged. So I'm charging my phone. I'm gonna
Yeah,
switch off.
yeah, we'll give you a minute to do that because yeah, you're breaking up and cutting out. We're just gonna see if Travis gets his thing set up here and see if he'll come back. Oh, there you go. I see
There.
you. Yeah, I hear you too now.
I can hear you. I can't see you. There we go. Is that better? Maybe.
Oh, yeah, it seems it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you
Okay.
were just going choppy in and out there for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm sitting in my driveway, so
Oh,
I was still on the house Wi-Fi, and I don't think it reached all the way. But
yeah, I know what you
um,
mean. It takes a second to switch.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, just those 100 pins a day reps. That really helped my angles and everything. So I went to practice last Tuesday, and fuck, I felt good. I felt really, really strong. So
It
yeah,
looks
so I
good.
know I'm definitely stronger now. I'm
Yeah.
weighing in about 245, 250, so I'm a little heavier now. So I got to dial it back. But I've also been up at the lake a lot this summer, and
Yeah.
now that it's been hot, the beer's tasting pretty fucking
Yeah.
good. So it's yeah,
Dial
and
it
then
back
just all
good
the
too, buddy. Because then you get that rest, right? And your tendons can heal
well,
up.
that's the biggest thing too, is just getting the rest, right? So yeah, which I'm not used to. So it's good. I feel good. I feel strong. So I'll be coming down to Calgary next Wednesday night or Thursday morning, and then I'll probably have meetings Thursday, and then I'll just relax Friday and be in the casino. So maybe hit the felt a couple times, a little bit of blackjack,
Yeah,
and
buddy.
then just yeah, relax, and then yeah, turn it up on Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I've been watching your videos, man. Like you're looking pretty impressive. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm doing similar numbers. I'm doing right now, I've been doing pins, side pressure pins with the high pulley, and
Yeah,
I'm doing about 100, around 110 pounds. Yeah. And I
yeah,
can
yeah,
do it for 20. Yeah. I
yeah.
think I
That's
can do it
awesome.
for maybe more, but it starts hurt, like it starts really pulling my tendons.
Yeah,
But I'm still conditioning tendons. I still got
yeah.
big tendons. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I find where I lose it is my hand and wrist will start to
Oh,
go.
okay. Yeah, see
So
my
that's where
arm,
I'm losing it.
and I lose it in the arm, not the hand and
Yeah,
wrist. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. My hand and wrist are definitely still my weak point, which that takes time, right? Those
Yeah,
things don't grow overnight, but then
yeah.
that's why all my power's in the strap,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, but
Because
it's
when I
also good too because you have that power, and then every time your hand and wrist level up now, you're just gonna notice it, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I went the other way. I made a really good hand, but my arm, I didn't have the arm to back it up. So now
yeah,
I'm trying to make blended them together, right? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
Constantly learning, constantly growing.
yeah, yeah. We also got we get to pull together in Montana. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
awesome. Excited for
yeah,
that too. So
yeah. You got two
yeah,
matches.
yeah, I got a left and a right. So
I just suck. No one wants to pull me left because I suck left. So
uh,
I'm working on it. But yeah, I think if I even compete left, I might even go amateur. I'm that bad. So,
oh wow. Yeah,
well, I just never did it. So, yeah.
my left feels good. I pull completely different both arms though. Like my left, my right, my brack is always fucking so beat up, so I don't have much back pressure right, but I'm all side pressure. But
Yeah.
then like I didn't realize, but everybody's like, yeah, you're a top roller left. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to hit it in practice and everything too. So but it's weird because when I train my hits, I'm training everything like supinated
Inside.
side pressure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta start training top
Outside.
roll hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I'm the same
but it's
way.
just
Actually, on my left, I don't have good like mind muscle connection on my left. Like I don't feel the things I feel with my right. But
right.
I find just if I just do a high posting top roll, it works
Yeah,
pretty good with my left.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm starting there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I still come apart a little bit on my left, which I'm always getting in shit for. They're like, "Why are you coming apart? Like, keep your arm tight." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
fuck,
You
I
gotta keep it
can't. I
like
don't
this.
know."
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
goes.
the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other guy straightened my arm. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's yeah, it all just comes with time, right? Yeah, just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Like this, yeah, August I'll be 3 years in the sport. So
Okay. I'm 2 years in the sport while competing August 6th.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
So we're pretty similar, really. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I think I trained for about like I pulled a little bit for about 4 or 5 months before I competed. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah,
nice.
that's interesting. And I'm going up against Chuck Young, so he's been competing like 20 or 25 years or something like that.
Yeah,
So
I've seen some of his videos.
yeah,
He's
I've
pretty
seen some
good.
of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I've been working on my statics. So like
Yeah,
I'm basically just trying to work on my stopping power. I
yeah,
from what I see from Chuck, if I stop him, I got a really good chance. A
yeah,
real good chance. Yeah, because he likes to go straight to the pin, right? Like he's gonna try to
yeah.
drag me right to the pad, right?
Yeah,
So
it looks like he's got a real strong kind of just
oh
cup
yeah.
and cup
Yeah.
and drag down. Like
From what I heard, he likes to squeeze the shit out of your hand, just show
yeah,
you who's boss, and then he likes to just go right for the pad.
he's
So
like pulling a Houghton then.
well, that's what I was told, right? Yeah, yeah.
Squeeze the piss out of your hand and then
Yeah,
slam you to
squeeze.
the
Yeah,
pad.
that's what he's gonna want to do to me. Yeah, yeah. But I was testing it last week. We did a outdoor practice there in Red Deer.
Yeah,
And I pulled with a few guys, and then Hugh was a good test because Hugh's really strong.
he's so strong.
Oh, he's so strong. And then so I said to myself, I said, because I've been training really hard on stopping, right? So all I didn't really care to pin Hugh. I just wanted to just stop him. So he was laying into my arm and I just kept stopping him, stopping him, stopping him. Mind
Yeah,
you, I did it. It was good. I felt really tough afterwards, but about 4 days later, I was still sore, right? So,
yeah,
so yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think it's coming. I think if I can
yeah,
add a little bit more to that, I mean, he was a lighter guy, right? I think he's a 225. So,
yeah.
but at the
What are
same
you
time,
weighing?
I'm about
What
280, 280 right now.
280? Is that? Are you going to be? Is there a weight cap in
No, no,
Montana
because
for
I
you?
told him no, because I told him I can't really like my body is just I'm getting like thinner fat wise, and I'm putting on more muscles now finally.
Yeah,
But I can't like it's the weight thing. I don't remember. I mean, I got down to 268, but I was like kind of sick. So as
yeah,
soon as I started feeling better, I was back to 280 again. And whether I'm
yeah, yeah.
fat or muscular, I'm always like 275 to 285.
Right.
So I can't really do much about it. I'm
Yeah,
6'3" and a half too, right? So I mean,
yeah, yeah,
and I'm big boned. So
yeah.
yeah, he said no problem. And I mean, I think his experience and I mean it outweighs the difference in a little bit of weight, right? I think.
What's he weigh? Does he pull it super heavy or is he light heavy?
He's been pulling at super, but he's trying to get down and compete at 242.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he wants to do like he probably wants to go against you. You're going for two. You're not going for 225, are you?
No.
No, I don't think you can get that low without looking
You know
sick.
what? I could have. I was 228 in Calgary in February.
Yeah, you were, and then you were
Yeah.
like 245 the next day. Yeah.
Close. Yeah, I think I came in. I think I was two. I think I was 241 when I
Yeah,
pulled.
yeah, that was crazy. You look like you were
Yeah,
just, yeah. I remember you were just itching. You're like, I gotta eat. I gotta
yeah,
eat. Yeah, weigh me in
yeah.
now.
I hate cutting weight. It's fucking it sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that,
that's why I like the 242 class is easy because I just don't eat like a piece of shit that day, and
yeah,
I limit my water intake, and I'll be 242. Like
yeah,
so, but so next weekend because then Ronnie was like, "You want to pull the tournament too?" Because I'm sponsoring the event also. So
yeah, you are.
he's like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
your
that.
sponsorship will pay for your entries both
Oh
arms. I
yeah,
said, well, fuck it, I'll pull then. But then I looked at the weight classes and it's the fucking 231 again. So I said, I
yeah,
guess I'm pulling supers, but fucking whatever.
yeah. You're a beast anyway, man. Really,
It'll
and
be
you're
what it'll
getting
be, I
you're getting
guess.
a pretty good defensive move now too. Like you put some tiring into people's arms now. I see that provincials.
Yeah.
You're getting pretty good
Yeah, it's
at it.
good. Yeah, I had a couple good wars at provincials too. So
Yeah,
that's always good for the resume.
yeah.
Yeah, pulling
Well, it
Macho
comes
Man.
together.
Fuck man. The Macho Man really fucking surprised me
You
with
talking
his
about
left.
Lee?
Holy shit,
Lee
man.
Germain?
His left's got so good. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's good anyway, Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
he beat me. I whooped him at Mayhem, and then at Provincials I had no hand when I pulled him. He's
yeah,
actually really nice on the table too. Like
yeah,
he seen and felt my hand so blown up, and he seen I couldn't touch my thumb. He actually opened his hand and let me try to get a grip. That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
nice he is. Yeah,
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 he's
yeah.
a beauty, man. He's a great
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah. We're 1-1 now against each other. So now I got to
Yeah,
pull him again. Yeah, he wants a super match. So I said, "Oh,
yeah,
we'll work it out."
yeah. He's good, and he's such a gamer. He always has gritty freaking matches too. His match with Frazier was my favorite match. Like I know
Yeah.
me and him won match of the day, but
Yeah.
I thought his match and Frazier that was my favorite match. Like the look on his face was
Mhm.
pure psycho when he got stuck in the middle and he started
Yep.
hitting with that, getting his shoulder in, and Frazier had his arm bent back, and he was just
And it was
ah.
awesome. It
it was
was
my
awesome.
it was my fucking favorite thing. I was like, man, I
Yeah.
hope somebody's got a video of Lee's
Yeah.
face. Then it was just pure fucking
I
grit and
didn't see
intensity.
anything. I
I fucking
know.
loved it.
And
Oh,
I
it was
seen it.
awesome.
I know exactly the face you're talking about. His
Yeah,
eyes
yeah,
are
yeah.
like that fucking big in his head. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
whoa, yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
he fights. He never gives up.
No, no,
Like
no, no. He's super gamer.
you gotta just pin Lee. If not,
Yeah.
he'll get you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky when I met him right arm.
Yeah.
He had just had that fucking battle with Frazier, so he
Yeah.
had nothing. So I was able to just take him to the pad on that one. But
Yeah. Yeah, his hand's pretty good, man. Like when I
yeah,
pulled him at Mayhem, I was really strong that day, though. I actually
yeah.
went to the final against Josh. Josh just creamed me, of course. Bellin's a
DeVoe.
beast. Yeah, no Bellin. Yeah.
Oh, Ballin.
Yeah, I was in the final against Bellin at Mayhem. Yeah. And it didn't,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like this, right?
yeah, that's always fun.
I
I
can't
remember
do nothing against him.
the first time I pulled Josh. It was at Mayhem. 2 years ago,
Oh
three
yeah,
years
the
ago.
crazy one. Was it the one that
The
went to
one that way
bed?
was 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Do you want to pull in the strap?" He's like, "Well, it doesn't matter." And I said, "Please." And he goes, "Okay," because I knew that's my only
The
chance, and
only
it
chance you
didn't
can get
make
any bite.
it.
Yeah.
It didn't make a lick of fucking difference.
Oh,
Right to the fucking pad.
oh yeah, that's what happened to me. It hurt actually. Yeah, I pulled
Yeah,
him 4 times now in competition. And
yeah,
every time, well, actually, once he was nice because I got injured. Actually, when I pulled Lee, we had like he slipped. We had like I think 4 starts, and I dislocated my finger. And I told Josh, and he just nicely pinned me. So
yeah,
yeah, he could have slammed me again, but
yeah,
there's no need, right? Like yeah. But I'm
yeah,
training. I'm hoping that one day I'll be at a competition, right? Like 2 years,
yeah, yeah,
you can't expect that, right? So I'm pretty hard on myself. I want to be right at the top with the big guys, and
yeah.
you just can't rush it. Like I try.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my thing. I've kept good company since I started.
yeah,
Like I think I've had a pretty good climb for being 3 years in, but there's still I'm the same too. I beat the shit out of myself. Where I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
how did I not have that? And it's like,
yeah,
well, you're three years in now. You're keeping pretty good company. I'm a
yeah,
consistent top three,
yeah,
top two guy, right? So
yeah,
but it's just there's those guys that you just want to fucking get a
yeah,
couple wins on, like
yeah.
Dusty. I got a pin on him last year with a strap. This year, if I would have just committed to my hit,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I would have had
It
something.
would have
But
stopped
instead,
his hit.
I tried to fucking
The
slip,
catch. Oh
and
yeah,
my wrist just, and he's so quick on that
yeah,
angle, and
yeah,
he's got such a fucking strong
yeah,
grip. And
yeah,
when he took me down, my wrist just went pop pop pop,
yeah,
3 pops. So I had no back pressure left. So then
yeah,
when I pulled, and then I ran the next like 3 or 4 guys to the pad, and then I pulled Frazier, and I had no back pressure. So we got locked in the table side pressure, and I felt fine, but rookie mistake. I thought I'll just fucking elbow foul, get a restart, run him to the
yeah,
pad. And when I elbow fouled, I didn't. From my angle, I thought we were even, but it was more on his side, so it was foul in a losing position. So that's twice I've fucked myself by
yeah,
being impatient, because I did the same thing with Andrew in Calgary when I had him. I
yeah,
had him. If I just would have kept that position in that top roll,
yeah,
and then I did the same thing. I thought, well, I'll just stand up and get my shoulder behind it. But I could have held him all day like that. But I was like, let's
yeah,
just finish this. Stood
yeah.
up, and I slipped off the pad as he pinned,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, and
So I was like,
he pulls without his hand too, right? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he'll go into arm break positions. He doesn't care,
He's
that
got
guy.
such a strong bicep lock, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So then when I went down and Victor goes, "What are you doing?" Like he goes, "Push your leg up against that other post and
yeah, and
fucking
just
just
drive.
hang on it."
Yeah,
So that's when we pulled left arm. We hit the same position, and then that's what I did. I put my fucking foot against that post. And I just hung, and
yeah,
I've done it now probably 4 times, and it works fucking every time.
yeah,
Because I got once I get locked
yeah.
in my top roll, I can't. It's
You can't get
I'm,
busted open.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm pretty strong there. So, and that's in mine and Lee's match. It was the exact same thing. And then he started
yeah.
opening me up, and I end up in a fucking weird
Kings.
fucking Kings move,
Yeah,
and then came back and was able to get the
yeah.
pin. But
I thought you're practicing that. I'm like, he's getting good at that Kings, man.
nope, not even fucking didn't even know I was
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
you were doing it.
Anthony
Yeah,
afterwards, like, fucking Kings move, Robertson. I was like, I guess, yeah, it's a
it,
fucking.
it was
And
pretty
then I
good
looked at the
though.
video and I was like, fuck, I didn't even realize I was doing it. To me, it was just I had him in a top roll, and then he extended my arm, and I was still down, and I was able
It
just to
still is
bring
a
it
top
back.
roll. It is a
Yeah,
low hand top roll.
low hand top roll. Yeah,
It is. It is. Yeah.
yeah,
It's considered a top roll.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty good, but see, I'm lat. I use my lat, so I hold
yeah,
and I do all my stopping with my lat strength. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not good at hanging it out there, right? So
Yeah, and I should be engaging my lats more because my lats are strong. Like
yeah.
it's one of my strongest body parts.
Well, yeah, because if you
But
can pull them right to your side of the table, then it's easier
yeah,
because
yeah,
you separated them, right?
it's so funny. That's what I used to do when I started. I would do the fucking just the lat drag
Back.
kind of J
Yeah,
hook down,
yeah,
and now but it's like I always say, I'm like arm wrestling's like golf.
yeah,
There's a million fucking things to remember, and once
yeah,
you think you got it figured out, you're fucking wrong.
yeah, yeah.
And then what it actually is, it's the simple shit that is actually what you just need to do. Just
Well,
stop with all we overcomplicate it. Well, I do
yeah,
anyway. So much in my head where I'm like, hey, I got to do this and do this and do this. Where it's just like, just fucking grip and rip, man.
yeah,
Just focus on your fundamentals and just like what Devin Laird says, like just it's simple. Just do simple stuff,
Yeah.
right? And but it's just, I need to learn to arm wrestle. That's what I need to
Oh,
do.
I do the same shit, like I went, did you go to Hinton this year to Battle Zone?
No, but I'm gonna go next year for
Oh,
sure because that one looks like a fucking
awesome.
banger.
Oh,
Yeah,
buddy, I've went the last 2 years. My first pro class was in Hinton 2 years ago. Like not
nice.
last, but the one before. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And I love that. And actually I got put in a shitty bracket. So I ref for 9.5 hours. And then I got my first round, I got Solomon from Saskatchewan.
yeah,
He's actually a really good arm wrestler, man. Like
yeah,
that guy for granted. He's the fastest flop presser I ever felt in my life. First
yeah,
round, caught him, had everything, just had him, but he drove my elbow 4 inches off the pad. And I'm like, oh, I got this guy. He's nothing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Next
yeah,
time, boom, I'm on my bicep. I'm like, what? Pin. I'm like, oh, next round. And this is, like I said, no sleep the night before. And then reffing 9 hours because, of course, I got to fucking pull at the end. I get
yeah,
Sean Ross second round. So everybody's just like, oh, man, okay, well, do what you can do. If you stop him, be happy. So I did. Boom. I low headed him, got him, brought him back to here. I was like, yeah. And then I was looking at it. And I was looking at it and I'm like, fuck, I did it. And all of a sudden, boom, I got pinned.
yeah,
Rookie mistakes, like you were saying.
yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah,
idolizing because I didn't expect to even stop him. So I was
yeah,
just like idolizing the stop, right? And
yeah,
then he just like, what are you doing? And he pinned me. He said to me afterwards, why you stopped me and did everything, and then you just did nothing. I'm like,
yeah. I
I was
surprised myself.
flabbergasted, man. I don't, yeah, I
Yeah,
said, I was just happy I stopped you. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
yeah. And then we learn from all these things, right? I mean,
yeah.
the more we
And
go,
you learn more from losing than you do from winning.
by far.
Yeah,
And, and that's one good thing I see with you too, like you're always willing to take the challenge and jump in there.
yeah,
And, you know,
yeah.
it,
I love it. So
yeah,
I'm the same as I want to be somewhere with it, right? Like
yeah.
I don't just, like
You gotta put it in.
I love doing it. And I'm the type of person that I need competition to drive me in life.
Yeah, me too.
So for physical, like I've been working out since I was 12 years old and I've always done something, when I was a kid, I played rugby and then I did some boxing and some MMA and then I did, mud runs and races. And then I did, um, strongman and then kind of fell off. I kind of, was
You're
missing some
telling
shit
my
for a bit.
story. You're telling my story right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then tore my bicep doing strongman and then, just fucking was kind of in and out of the gym after that. Like I was still always like, I'm always 3 days a week, kind of no matter what. But then I was getting fucking, then I gained a bunch of weight and then work slowed down and with the oil patch crash. And then it's like, and it was just kind of, and I just wasn't there. And then COVID. And then it was kind of during the COVID where I met Sergey Gavrilov
yeah.
in the gym. I just see this dude doing all this weird shit. And I was like, are you an arm wrestler? And I've been arm wrestling since I was 4 years old. I grew up in rural Saskatchewan. So everybody's a farmer or a rigger. So you're fucking arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling. Yeah.
And I was always good at it. And so I was always bar arm wrestling and I was really good. And then I met Sergey and I'd always kind of talked to some of the guys too about arm wrestling. I just never did anything with it. And then he was like, yeah, man, you should come pull sometime. So I went and I met him at the one gym and we arm wrestled. And he goes, man, you're right. Pretty good. Like you could maybe do something. He goes, your left is how you say dog shit. and
That's me.
I fell in love with it. So I started
Yeah,
training with Sergey. He was the first guy that got me into it and got me training.
that's awesome.
And yeah, and then I went. My first tournament was pulled at Stu Bellich's ranch in
Nice.
summer
Yeah.
August of 2021. Amateur, super heavy, and fucking gold each arm. Pulled
Wow.
Big Jaden,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it was
We
so
all
funny.
got our starts with Jaden. Yeah.
Yeah, my very first match was left arm with Jaden, and he just fucking slammed me, and I was like, "Oh, there goes that!" Like fucking whatever.
He
And then
slept you. Yeah.
came back on the B side, and then Sergey's like, "Fucking top roll him." So
Yeah.
I top rolled him twice, and I
Yeah.
got him both
Yeah.
times. And yeah, me and Jane, I love that guy too. He's
Yeah.
such a good guy.
He is.
And yeah, I've pulled him lots, and he's the same. He's always a gamer. He's always willing to pull. So
He
is he coming?
challenged me. He challenged me to my first super match. I
Yeah,
was nobody. I wasn't even on the rankings.
yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Yeah.
It, yeah, I wonder if he'll be coming down next weekend.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
because I
reach
know
out.
he was dealing with some injuries too.
Yeah, he did. He had some tendons, a really bad tendon soreness, and
Yeah.
it got him down actually. But I've been actually, he came out to Red Deer about a month ago, and we were at Matt's Airbnb place,
Hmm.
and he felt pretty strong. I pulled with him for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's feeling stronger than he ever has. I mean, I'm really strong now compared to when I pulled him in competition, and
Yeah.
he felt pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's getting stronger, man.
Yeah, everybody. As I know, you think, oh, I'm just gonna cream that guy now. Well, no, he got
Yeah.
stronger too, right?
Yeah. 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 That's kind of funny where
Yeah,
it's like, man, I feel pretty strong. And then you're like, fuck, he
yeah.
feels just as strong or not stronger than last time. What the hell happened? It's almost like we're all getting stronger.
But no, I give Jaden a lot of credit because I was at the point where I was like, I'm not getting good enough, and then I couldn't get a super match. Everyone just kept saying no to me because I wasn't
Yeah.
ranked, so no one wants to give their rank up, right, to a non-ranked guy.
Yeah.
So Jaden was actually, I think he was like 17th or something, but he's like, Brian, do you want to have a super match with me? And then that's when I was like, sure. And then all of a sudden I got
Yeah.
a call from Fraser saying I either did it or else. So I only had 3 days. He asked me like Tuesday and I had to pull Saturday or something.
Yeah.
So, but I won. I won. But like I said, I practiced with Jaden. I knew how to beat him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He got around on me. He got around on me in that super
Yeah.
match. Yeah. He sucked me inside and hooked me because I used to
Yeah.
be really weak to the hook, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you got your hooks in, you could get me. But
Yeah.
and then yeah, and then I've really only had two official super matches. My next super match was Christian Dell at Stu at Bellick Ranch. Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
okay.
yeah, and I beat him. And then I had a non-official match, but I was injured. I was like 60% maybe with Byron Cahoon.
Oh,
And
okay.
oh, he whooped me that day. Yeah, yeah. Well, I was hurt, but it was for fun. We just had I think it was a Christmas party in Lethbridge. That's
Oh,
what.
okay.
Yeah, so I said, well, why not, right? Because you, like you said, you learn more from your losses anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did it, and then he asked me for an official match, and Byron, if you're watching, of course, anytime you want to do a real match, I'm down because
Yeah.
I think me and him would be a really good match in a real match, actually.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, when I'm healed, oh yeah, because he's really strong. Have you pulled Byron?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's got a lot
Yeah.
of side pressure, and like his
Yeah.
press, you let him
And
test you.
his hand and wrist
His
are fucking
grip.
iron. Yeah.
He left indents in my hand. I had a last time I pulled him, I had this plan to beat him because I know how to beat him. But he didn't think he'd let me. He gripped me. The second I put my hand on the table, he grabbed and he gripped my hand. And like, I swear I've never been gripped that hard. He left bruises in my hand. And do you think I could slip or even get the setup? I couldn't get nothing. But that's my problem too, right? If I lose the setup, I'm just like mentally defeated. So I
Yeah.
have to get better at, bailing or professional fouling or whatever instead of
Yeah.
just holding on, right?
Which I find just takes just time and experience. Like I'm finally getting to the point where my brain works at the table. Like my last two tournaments has been the first time. So, and I think I've pulled 10 tournaments. So my last two were the first time that I could actually think at the
Yeah,
table where I can kind of slow things down and go, okay, I can do
process it.
something. Because for the first 2 years, 2.5 years, probably call
Yeah,
it, everything's a blur. Everything was a
blur.
blur. You go up to
That
the
was
table, you have a game
definitely,
plan, and it
yeah,
all just goes away. So I
yeah,
found the last two tournaments, I'm finally able to stop and think on the
yeah.
table, right? So, but then everything, and then something will happen just so fast too that you're like, fuck, what was I doing? But I said, whatever. It's all experience. Like you're not gonna get better by picking and choosing and doing this. Like just
Take
fucking
both. Fuck it.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And you know what? If you love arm wrestling, it's not all about the win anyway, in the end. It's about the
no,
experience.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And even if it's
yeah.
a
I bet,
war, even if you're not supposed like Chuck Young, I'm not supposed to do anything with Chuck Young.
yeah,
But if I stop it, you know what I mean? It's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna give him
yeah,
fucking every
yeah,
bit
yeah,
of soul, right? So
yeah,
I think that's even more exciting. I like being the underdog the most
yeah,
because
for sure.
you surprise yourself. When I pulled Christian Dell, I never pinned him in practice. He used to always just suck me in and hook me to the pad all the time, right?
Yeah,
And I was like, well, I'm not going to beat him. But then I'm thinking in my head, no, I know how to beat him. I just remembered everything he does to me in practice. And
yeah,
then, yeah, I beat him 4-0. So
nice.
we had a war though. It was 4-0, but
Yeah,
it was like, it was like almost pinned him, slip, break. I broke my finger during the match.
Shit.
So because I had him near the pad and then he fucking slipped and my fingers hit the fucking table. And I broke my finger. Yeah, that was brutal match. But yeah, I think it was like one, two. It went, yeah, four. We pulled like 9 times, even though I won 4-0. And then
Yeah.
I got lucky because
Nice.
I got called for an arm break position, which I freaked out. I was so upset. The
Yeah.
guy, he had me, but he was hanging off the end of the table like this, and
Yeah.
I stopped him. So he would have had to come up. So when he came up, when I got that slack, I wanted to pin him, but they called me for a fucking arm break, and I was
Oh,
mad.
fuck.
And they didn't give me they didn't give him the win. They restarted it, and then I slammed him.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I got lucky. So yeah, I'm itching. I'm itching for this match. I haven't had a super match in a while, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be
I'm
fun,
excited
man.
for the next this next weekend kind of snuck up on me. I kept thinking like, ah, it's 2 months away, and then all of a sudden it was a month away, and all of a sudden it's fucking like a
Yeah, I
week and
know
a half away.
now.
I'm
I
like,
know.
fuck.
I know.
Like, and it's just yeah, I've just been
And
so
you never
busy with
feel
just
ready, but you look strong, so don't worry.
yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I feel good, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like I've
Yeah.
been training, I've been putting in the work, I've been, it's all that's all I can hope for is just. But I'm interested to see these guys. Like, is it
Yeah.
gonna be another fucking level that is just gonna be like, holy fuck, what are we doing out here?
That I
Or are
don't
we gonna,
know.
or are we gonna be able to hold a candle and be like, fuck, man, we're there. Like I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like I said, maybe fucking blows my hand through the fucking table. It wouldn't be the first time, or
I've been
fucking
told our level's pretty high here in Alberta though. Like,
yeah,
like I've been
yeah. Well,
told that.
yeah. Well, Crowther, like he travels all around and pulls with a lot
And
of
he does
guys, and he
well
says
against
like,
people.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, Sean's also a fucking beast. Like he's fucking really good. So,
I might
but
be he's one of my best friends in art. Like Sean's like my coach. I look at Sean as
yeah,
my coach. Like he always
he's another beauty fucking dude in the sport, man.
oh
He's
he
such a good guy.
honestly he does so much for you know what, and his passion and his teammates. Like he's
Yeah,
there for them. He's in their corner.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
telling them how to
Well, I
always.
I remember I pulled in that tournament in Sylvan Lake, and my arm was so blown up, and I'm out to the side, and Sean's massaging my arm, and I was pulling. Ali was up next, so Sean's like telling me what to do. He's like, "Wait, what am I doing this for you? That's my teammate." Like, but he gets lost, or he's just such a good dude, right?
He's
Like,
just a good dude. He cares, right?
yeah,
And if he sees you in
yeah,
trouble, he wants to help you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's the reason I got that slip and that win on Dusty. He's the
Yeah.
one that fucking told me because I was like, because he's like, I know if you get him to the strap on your right arm, you can beat him.
Because you're
He was
strong
like,
enough.
but he's
Yeah.
like, you got to slip. And I was like, I fucking can't. His grip's so good. He goes, but he's gripping you high. He goes, just fucking bail underneath.
Yeah.
So I did, and it was sloppy. And
But
they
it
were gonna
worked.
call it, but then they let it go through, and then I got the pin on him fucking right. And then now he won't fucking he grabs my hand every time I move. He's
He's not
positioned. I
letting
think
you.
what I should
You
do
got to
is
short
fucking
thumb
either
him. You got to short thumb him.
well, or commit and just trust my fucking grip because my containment on my right's pretty good. But his left is just still fucking leagues above. Even in the last at provincials, there third, like our second or third match, whatever it was. Um, he fucking yeah, he let me hit and he just held, and I pulled and I had
Yeah.
fucking nothing there, and then he just fucking took me to the pound. I was like, all right, that's
He's
still
really good.
that's still a level above, but right, I think I fucking can. I gotta trust. I either gotta fucking get into a ref script and slip in a ref script, or I gotta commit on my grip. Because then after that, my hand was fucked. I had no back pressure, so I'm like, well, I can't slip anymore.
Yeah.
So every other match after that, I just trusted my grip and I put every guy to the pad
Yeah.
until it came to Frazier. And then we were stalled in the middle, and rookie mistake. I shouldn't have fucking elbow fouled,
Hard
but
to even get a start with Frazier because he pulled
also
so much
for
fuckery in the setup.
yeah, it wasn't. I felt very uncomfortable, that's for sure. But he knows what he's doing. He's been around for fucking ever, and he's no
That's his
slouch
thing.
either.
That's his thing too.
He's
Yeah.
no slouch. He's fucking
No,
strong. So
he's good. Frazier's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah. But
I can't say nothing. He's a lot of people learn a lot about the setup with Frazier. That's where he's
yeah,
like he tries to specializes in the setup, right? So
yeah.
that's where I need to get better, but I don't think I could be in the same room long enough with the guy. But it'd be good if yeah, I got to get some training on the setups. Yeah, that's
Well,
just
he's got a lot of freaking knowledge.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I mean, Victor, look at he's pulling amazing right now, and he's got a
Yeah,
big
Victor.
match too the same day. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So who's confirmed matches then? Just me and
100%.
Victor?
It's just you and Victor. That's 100%.
Okay.
So we're just flying by the seat of our pants, man. So we'll see. We could end up with 7, 8 matches, but it's going to be all just spontaneous. So
Yeah, they don't have any super heavy. They don't have any super heavies coming.
I wish they did, because I mean, even if there was nobody, I would just do it just for the experience.
Well,
You
or
know,
Deneen's left.
I can't go. Deneen could go anybody with left. That guy's
That's what I'm saying. Like
crazy.
if there was a guy coming over for Deneen for his
Oh
left.
yeah, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But there's nobody
Yeah.
in that range for him.
Yeah.
So,
Deneen asked me if I wanted a super match left arm, and I told him to get fucked. I
buddy, the
said no.
guy's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
scary strong, man.
I
When that.
told him I told him I would pull him left if he'll pull me right.
Oh, okay, but he won't
Because he
though.
said
He
no,
won't.
his right's fucking banged up. So I said that'd be the only way.
Mm. He's
Yeah,
got
he's
PTSD a little bit with the right.
on his right
He's
for sure,
yeah,
man.
he's healed now. I think he's healed now, but he's I mean, anybody that has
You'll
that, right?
those synapses in your brain. It's a long time to
Yeah,
go. Like look like Anderson Silva after the leg break. You're never the same.
that's right. That's right. You don't really, you're never gonna just commit fully to letting her fly, right?
Yeah,
So
but I got
yeah,
to run here, brother.
yeah, no worries. It was good to have you on, and
Yeah, you betcha.
yeah, and we'll promote actually try to do this more often. I want all the
For sure.
guys, and that's another thing. Shout out to anybody out there. If you got a super match coming up and you want some airtime and a platform, just give me Dakota or Zach a shout, and because even Travis will be on again. I'll get you on again before
Yeah,
Montana. Yeah,
yeah, that'll be cool.
yeah, it will be, and looking forward to seeing you. And I'll try to get out this year if you're doing that event again. I wanted
Yeah,
to last year. I was dealing with some personal shit, so.
yeah. No worries, brother.
But yeah, but okay, brother.
Awesome.
Well, much
All
love,
right,
man. Thanks a lot. I
you betcha.
appreciate it.